On today's episode, we're going to be talking about community. What does community mean to you? For a lot of people, community is something as simple as the people around me. It's my neighborhood. It's my brothers. It's my whatever it may be. There's a lot of different things that community can possibly mean. But it also means, though, what are you doing to make your community a better place? One of the things that I've often spoken about is giving back to the community. I have been accused of being utopian because I believe that as I help my clients grow in their business and they end up hiring people, they end up bringing more people in and having more money going into the community and having money then going to the various causes or organizations that rely on small businesses on Main Street, USA, to fund their tricky trays and their general donation needs. All of these different things start coming from there. And as people continue to give more in terms of what they're doing, they end up getting more opportunities in terms of helping that community and our nations grow, which makes everybody better off. That's why I've been accused of being utopian. I don't see that being a problem. I see that being a good thing. We were put on this planet to really make a difference. We were put on this planet to leave it in a better position than we found it. The problem is when we stop paying attention to the values of what it is that we're trying to do. Very often, when we are dealing with various things in the community, we tend to think, how is it going to relate to me, not to us. And so one of the things that we need to be doing is we need to really be focused more on the us, the global us that's going to make a difference. As of the time of this recording, there's a war brewing in Europe that we haven't seen the likes of since the 20th century. There's conflict in many other regions of the planet. There's a shortage of baby formula. There's a shortage of opportunities in many areas, but there's so much out there that we can also be doing. The question is, if we're looking at community and we say community is what makes us stronger, we say community is what brings us together, we say that community is the thing that really holds everybody together and allows us to be the best that we can be, we really need to be seeing what more we can be doing. How much are you going out and volunteering? Do you get involved in organizations in your town? Do you know the organizations in your town that need the help? Whether it's a food pantry, it's the PBA, it's the Crime Stoppers organization. If you have a business, the Chamber of Commerce, the Rotary Club, the Lions Club, you name the organization. There's so many organizations that are out there that need the help, that need people to be doing more so that we can be making the world a better place. The more that we know ultimately where we go and what we're trying to do, the better off we're going to be. My challenge to you is, what are you going to do today, tomorrow, next week, next month, and next year that is going to be making that difference? If you can really focus in on one or two things, that's all you really have to look at, that you can be doing to start making a difference in your community. Your community is going to be in a better place because of you getting involved. When we all take an interest in our community, we know that everybody is going to benefit. One of the other things that volunteering does is it really reduces the likelihood of you being depressed, anxious, feeling negative, any kind of negative emotional state, simply because gratitude and volunteering is a positive state. The brain cannot work with only one, or when it's in one side, and then positive side, it cannot work negatively. Conversely, if you're in a negative state, it's very hard to get back to the positive. Go out though, find one thing you can do, two things you can do to start making a difference. If it means calling up your local chamber of commerce and saying, I want to get more involved. If it means calling up the food pantry and saying, do you need an hour where I can come by? Maybe bring your kids, show them the value of giving back to the community. When you can do that, you're going to be teaching another generation all about the importance of giving back in the community, and you're going to be teaching them the next step to being part of society. I've been doing that with my kids since they were little. My kids come, they volunteer at a bunch of different Chamber of Commerce events, a lot of other community programs where they see the importance of giving back. I learned that from my own parents. The more that you can do to really start making that connection with the people in your circle, the more the organizations that you support and the causes the community needs are going to be better off. It all starts with you. It starts with you making that call, that sending that email, making that outreach, and saying, how can I get more involved? If you are ready, thank you. Congratulations. That is amazing. And on behalf of those organizations, I want to thank you. But what you want to try and do is see if you can share the idea of giving back with even more people. Is there one organization that you're really, really passionate about? Is there an organization that is a nonprofit organization that is reliant on donations that you can think or ideally wish may be out of business? Now, I know what you're going to say. Wait a second. Did she just say go out of business? I did. Because a lot of organizations are around because of something that they're trying to do to stop. As an example, take St. Jude. If St. Jude goes out of business, it means that childhood cancer has been defeated. Wouldn't that be a great thing? If No Kid Hungry went out of business because every kid had enough food, wouldn't that be a great thing? All of these types of organizations rely on us to help get the word out, to help support them, to help really end the crisis that they're trying to end. But it all starts with us. When you know exactly where you want to go, where you want to take things, it's going to be a much better position for everybody on this planet. So it's really my wish as we wrap up our podcast session today, what are you going to do? Remember, we said before that one or two organizations that you can reach out to. What can you do? How are you going to make the difference and start making the world a better place? On that note, this has been another episode of MOJO, the meaning of life and business. And until next time, here's to your success.